I got 5 questions for you. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 1. What is a Serpentfoot and where can I find one?
So it was named after this crazy lady in Georgia that tried to change her name to something that was like 70 words long. It was like Serpentfoot, no foot, all mouth, tail, gravity, and compass. It was just on and on.
Most of it is in the intro to Swaying Spine.
Uh-huh.
It's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of it. It's very long.
As far as actual snake feet, I don't know.
Try an axolotl.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
There you go. Yeah.
Pretty close.
All right. Question 2. Tell me about Serpentfoot's beginnings, your history recording, playing in Colorado, and what your vision was originally as a band.
Oh, God, I say this every time. I was a huge John Dwyer fanboy. I'm wearing an OC shirt. Got tired of playing folk music, and Phil was playing with another guy, our original drummer, Michael, in another band. And so we started messing around and making surf rock. And a few years ago, we moved out here when Michael moved to the Midwest, and we're lucky enough to bump into this guy because he's absolutely incredible on drums.
Aw.
Texting your girlfriend again?
Yeah, she's here.
Oh.
So Serpentfoot is currently a Tacoma-based band.
Correct.
Tell me about your connection to Tacoma and why you chose to make Tacoma your home.
You want to start this one?
Sure. Yeah. As a bartender, pandemic kind of ruined work for me. I was living in San Diego at the time, and I have a sister that moved to Tacoma, bought a house, and they gave me a basement to stay in for a little while I figured things out. And then I met these fine gentlemen while asking around town to see if anybody needed a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of love at first sight. I invited them over to learn a couple songs, and we ended up writing a song that same night.
Mhm.
And
War, wasn't it?
yeah, it was War Inside the Earth.
Uh-huh.
That was the first time we ever got together and touched instruments together.
That was fun.
And
That sounded way sexier than it was.
yeah, it was kind of,
Together.
we did it, and we're still doing it.
And we moved out here because we were kind of tired of being landlocked and touring from Colorado's kind of tough. We were geographically isolated. Having toured through Seattle, Olympia area back in 2017, we fell in love with Olympia. But when I came and visited, people were nowhere near as nice as people in Tacoma. It's just the community there is insanely strong, and everybody's so friendly. And yeah, I don't know, just being by the coast, it is. Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah, you nailed it.
All right. So you're currently recording at the Hall of Justice in Seattle. What's different about this recording experience as opposed to your prior experiences in the studio?
Ooh.
Dylan.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the second time we worked with Dylan. He recorded Volume 1 of W, and we did it at Pacific Studios in Tacoma, and it was cool. It's just, it's an older studio that has its, every studio has its quirks, and he wanted to come up here because he's a lot more familiar with the space, and honestly, it's been pretty awesome so far. It's a very unique space.
I feel like my drums have been way boomier than usual just because I get to share space that Dave Grohl once recorded in.
Oh my God. What do you think?
Cool.
Yeah, we got some nice acoustics ringing off that piano that was in Death Cab for Cutie album.
Yeah.
Sitting right over there.
Yeah, it was kind of a trip. My
Yeah.
brothers grew up listening to Death Cab and
It's really
finding out that Chris Walla owned the studio.
It's so cool.
It's great working with Dylan, and the spirits of great artists dwell in this place. Next question.
It's now 2023, and your first self-titled release was in 2015. Tell me a little bit about the songs and the music that you're making together now in comparison to your beginnings as a band. What's keeping things fresh for you nowadays?
Having Ryan as a part of the band is, gives us a whole new flavor, which is cool.
Just more technical capabilities. And yeah, I mean, I think that having somebody that pushes you to be better at your music, your music and your instrument. Hey, don't get too ahead of yourself. No, it opened up new capabilities for us. I think as we've gotten better as at our own instruments respectively, we've been able to kind of open up new areas that we weren't able to touch before, because Phil and I didn't really play bass or guitar before we started Serpentfoot. very much. So being able to continuously play with sounds and new pedals and have fun in the studio and just really, like I said, have somebody push us to write more technical, complicated stuff has been awesome. And I think keeping it fresh, I mean, honestly, we just write whatever we want, and we have a way of serpentfootizing things, and stuff gets put on the chopping block from time to time. But I feel like we always rework something, and some of it's years later that we come back to it and finally have an idea that makes it click for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've only been in one album with you guys.
Well, right.
So I can't really speak too much towards that.
Yeah,
but I do agree. We all push each other really hard. We rehearse twice a week,
That's a
and
big part of it, too.
it's a huge part of it. So we kind of get a little too nitpicky about everything we do and challenge each other and call each other out on the regular basis,
The writing process,
which is
super
great.
symbiotic.
Yeah, we all contribute a pretty equal amount,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very satisfying.
For sure.
Until Phil writes an entire song,
That's really difficult. to play.
including drums and guitar tracks and vocals.
Here, I wrote this for you.
Here we
Figure
go.
it out.
Learn it.
But it's cool because we all bounce ideas off each other, and I feel like if something doesn't work, we'll be honest about it. And I've never really worked with other people so well that there's no like ego and like, hey, I don't really like the idea, or hey, can we try this? And we're always willing to try new things and figure it out.
All right, guys, that's all I got. You guys have work to do. I'll let you back at it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.